Hello and welcome to Noob, the net show where I play like a noob. Today we are playing Jisei. It's a Phoenix Wright-like game where you have a crime scene and must find the murderer. That's what I read from that, and let's see how it goes. I'm totally open for that. I love Phoenix Wright, the Ace Attorney series. And yeah, let's start. Whoever said that your life flashes before your eyes when you die should be shot. Okay. I can go on auto mode. Then maybe he'd said what it's really like. When you die, there are only two things. The first is the sudden and terrifying realization that you are dying. The second thing is the final wish. As a person dies, there's always one last thing they wish they could do before they pass on. Sometimes it's as simple as wanting to say goodbye to a loved one, but usually it's a wish full of pain and regret. It's a wish for a life lived better, an angry word taken back, or a promise kept, a wish that will never be granted. Yeah, death sucks every single time. But I've experienced so many, I'm kinda numb to the whole thing by now. That's not to say I'm comfortable with it, I'm just used to it. After all, experiencing death is the story of my life. Okay, that was a cool introduction to the topic of death. Wow! It's like an anime opening. I like it. Chance Jackson, Jennifer Bergstrom, Nikolai Gursky, Kizaki Suitani. Nice. I like it already. Okay, we should rating this game during play. And first of all, the introduction was very good. So that game deserves right now 2 out of 5 lemons right now. And yeah, I'm excited to see how the gameplay is like. Where am I? I blink slowly, trying to get my bearings. This place doesn't look familiar. It's a cafe. Then again, it's been 3 years since anything has looked familiar to me. I yawn as my mind slowly clears. My room I'm in is filled with the scent of freshly ground coffee. I hear something. A machine? Steam? Right, I'm in a coffee shop in some city called Edgewater. It's my second day in the city. Maybe Edgewater is a nod to Edgeworth from the Ace Attorney series, but I only wanted to throw that out. It's my second day in the city. Judging from the empty cup on the table in front of me, I stopped here for a coffee because I was getting sleepy. And then I fall asleep. Typical. I guess even a triple shot mocha latte isn't enough to keep me up these days. Wonder if I should get another one. Why not? I head over to the counter. No one else is in line since it's still afternoon. The girl at the counter grins as soon as she sees me. Okay, it's really a graphical novel like Phoenix Wright, but I think they didn't match the atmosphere enough to match it perfectly, but it goes the right way. and it already gives you a mysterious tone and stuff, and I really like it. I think this game deserves 4 out of 5. Maybe it can give it another one to... It's really good. I can't say nothing else. It's a really good graphical novel until now. Did you have a nice Did you have a nice nap? Oh, there he is. You saw me? Don't worry. Oh, it's dubbed.
I'd wipe that drool off your face if I were you.
Oh, okay, so I can play it on auto. What?
I'm kidding. You're fine.
Okay.
So, what can I get for you? Whoa, are you okay?
No. Yeah.
You look like you want to hurl.
What am I feeling this now? There shouldn't be any reason.
Hey, if you're not feeling well, the bathrooms are down that hallway.
Yeah, thanks. I grab the counter for support and stumble off in the direction she's pointing. My head is hurting even more now. If I'm feeling this sick, it can only mean one thing. Someone has died. As I walk down the hallway, I see the door to the women's bathroom is wide open. You're kidding. So he has a connection to the death, and he feels when someone is dead. So that's a very good ability for someone who solve crimes. That's a cool setting. I love it. Ah, that's cool. This is where a joke, but the incessant throbbing in my head tells me otherwise. Lying on the floor of the woman's bathroom is the corpse of a woman. What? In a woman's bathroom? I entered the restroom, gagging at the smell of restroom's flowery perfume and disinfectant. Ah, the drawings are awesome. It's really up to that Ace Attorney level. It's really cool. The knife sticking out of her chest doesn't make me terribly optimistic about what I'm about to do next. I hope she died quickly, otherwise this is going to wind up being very unpleasant. I glance around quickly to make sure no one is looking before I reach forward to touch her arm. I brace myself for the sudden pain in my chest, but it never comes. I can't breathe. I try to open my mouth, but it refuses to open. Something's on my face. I want to tear it away, but someone is holding me down. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I only wish that. As I open my eyes, I instinctively... Sorry, I'm not an English native. I instinctively gasp for air. I know I wasn't actually suffocating, but it's still a reflex. My brain always remembers the pain of every death I experience, even though none of them are mine. That's really awesome. I'm suddenly aware of someone staring at me from the hallway.
What did you do?
Was hast du... Also, okay. A woman is standing behind me, staring in horror at the dead body lying on the restroom floor. I didn't... Wait! I sigh and hang my head. This isn't going to end well. Then again, it never does.
Hey, kid! Move away from the body!
A man strikes briskly down the hallway towards me. His voice and demeanor are sharp, fluid, and commanding. Even without the uniform, it's obvious he's some sort of man of the law. Considering what he's wearing, I'd guess a police officer. Sorry, officer. I promise I didn't move anything.
Officer?
Oh, you're not? Sorry, my dad was a police officer and you look kinda like him. I mean, you're carrying yourself the same way.
Your dad was an officer? Which precinct?
He sounds skeptical. I guess I can't blame him. I don't remember. It was a while back, and when we still lived in Los Angeles. He raises a knowing eyebrow as if he's just caught me in a lie, but he doesn't comment on it.
I see. Well, why don't you come with me?
Sure. I followed the officer back into the main area of the shop. The woman who first saw me standing by one of the tables looking shaken. The only other people in the shop are the girl who works here and a guy who looks like he's in college. That's a guy. It looks like a girl, I guess. But okay, I have long hair too, so...
Excuse me, everyone. I'd like your attention for a moment.
Okay, I love how the characters that are not you... Because that's very clever. Because when you're reading a book, and a book is often... is mostly written in the first in the personal view, so you always read I do things or I think or stuff, and that always connects with you because you are reading it as if you were that person. Yes, so the moments you're reading the main character in the first view, is it first view in English? I don't know, but these are the moments that connects you to the character, and the other characters are all synchronisiert in German, are all dubbed, and that really makes them back and forth from reading with yourself, as reflecting with yourself, and reading it as if you were there, and with the enjoying or hearing and reading what the others say. That's really a cool thing that Ace Attorney doesn't have any synchronization, so that's really cool. I love it. So that would be the point. That would be the 5 out of 5. We really have had 3 games in a row with 5 out of 5, I know, but I only have 5 points, and 5 means I really recommend it, and we don't had a 0 yet, but I think 0 games I wouldn't even play here or upload here, but I really think this is one of their genre. This game is really standing out in his own genre, and that's really good. That's really awesome. It's no action like bam boom something throwing, but it's really settled. The music is okay, maybe I'm not too familiar with it now, and the characters are already shining through, I think, and the setting is really cool with them. He can touch something, and yeah, I think we will cut it after the next few conversations, because I don't want to touch too long in a gameplay to get the feel of the game, because the game should always present the whole gameplay in the front, and that's what many people do. Many people buy games on Steam and only play it for 5 minutes or so, and that's what a game should do. It should present you the promise that the game it should present you the promise the game made for you, and it should match the promise. So head right in. Excuse me, everyone, I'd like your attention for a moment. Okay, he read that.
I'm Detective Nikolai Gursky.
The detective pauses for a moment. It looks like he's trying to choose his words carefully.
Unfortunately, a dead body has just been discovered on this premises.
What? But how? I mean, who?
College boy.
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the situation yet. Because of this, I'm going to have to ask you all to stay here until the police come.
Until they come? You mean the police aren't here yet? What about you?
Okay, that's definitely a boy.
I'm technically not on duty right now, I just happen to be here.
I see.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak with each of you separately for just a little bit. It'll help move the investigation along if I can start collecting information now. Is that okay?
Yes.
Sure, anything to help.
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Yes, it's fine.
What about you, kid?
Yeah, it's fine.
Right. Then we'll start with you. Come with me, please.
Okay, and I think when you have a long conversation like this, you automatically take the role and stand in the role of the person who don't say anything and read it and reflect on it. That's really cool. I think it's a cool way to make that more personal. I think it's intentional, maybe it's not, but I really think that drives the game upwards. It's really cool. Detective Gursky motions for me to follow him to the hallway away from the rest of the coffee shop. As we walk down the hallway, I can't help but stare at the body in the bathroom. Detective Gursky glances at me and gently kicks the door of the bathroom. It swings in and bounces gently off the wall, closing with a soft thud.
How are you feeling?
Fine, I guess.
You just saw a dead body and you're fine? Never mind. Let's just start with your name.
I'd rather not say,
Why not?
because I'd rather not.
An officer of the law is asking you a question.
Then I pled the fifth.
The Fifth Amendment is only applicable to testifying under oath in a court of law or other tribunal.
Then I invoke my Miranda rights. Detective Gursky stares at me impassively. It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but I doubt he's pleased.
Fine, no name then. Why don't you tell me what happened today?
You mean about when I found the body?
Anything you think is pertinent?
Well, I came in here around noon today. I ordered a coffee, drank it, and then fell asleep.
You fell asleep after you drank a triple shot mocha latte?
Yes. How do you know what I drank? Detective Gursky nods at the empty cup on the table where I was sleeping.
Saw you snoozing when I came in. The mocha latte checkbox is checked off on the side of the cup, and the maroon sleeve around the cup is only used for triple shots. I am a detective, you know.
And serious one at that. He's even reading my drinks when he's off duty? Well, I woke up about 10 minutes ago, I guess, maybe less. Gursky glances at the clock on the wall.
So, around 2:40, you'd say?
I guess so. I was just about to get another drink when I suddenly started to feel sick.
Ah, yes, I did see you looking a little ill when you were at the counter.
The girl at the counter told me I should go to the bathroom, and when I went, I saw the body lying there.
What were you doing in the women's bathroom?
The door was already open. I saw her from the hallway.
Did you touch her?
Even if I say no, he will probably find my prints on her anyway. Yes.
And why were you touching her?
I wanted to see if she was okay. I didn't know she was dead at the time. Nods understandingly, but I doubt he believes me. Any idiot could have seen the knife in that woman's chest at least 10 feet away.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I think there's something suspicious about this death. Not really. I think there's something suspicious about this death.
There's a dead woman with a knife in her chest. Suspicious goes without saying. But what makes you think this is suspicious?
Just a gut feeling.
I see. Anything else?
No.
Then please wait in the main area.
Sure. Detective Gursky follows me and turns to the rest of the people in the coffee shop.
Would anyone like to go next?
I'll go.
The woman raises her hand timidly, and Detective Gursky nods at her.
Then follow me.
Well, I really like this game. It's really cool. And you can save immediately everywhere you are. That's really cool. I like it. It's really taking the Phoenix Wright, the Ace Attorney series, taking a few things left and right. And I already get hooked. I'm feeling like this is a easy Ace Attorney case right now. The UI is not looking the best, but I think it fits for the game because it has always the red for blood in the menu and stuff. But it's perfect to read, and I love the back, skip, and auto mode and the save mode. It's really cool, so I can skip every long things and I can go back. That's what the Ace Attorney series don't do. So I really like it. It's really cool. So we end this here, I guess. We don't know where who the murderer is. I think he's in the room when nobody left the cafe, and you can guess right now in the comments who the murderer is. I think we are not the murderer, and the police officer. So it leaves the 3 girls: the one from the coffee shop, the one girly girl, and the manly girl. Yes, you can the student, the coffee shop worker, and the other woman. So yeah, you can guess right now in the comments who the murderer is. I can solve that as an answer in the comments. And thank you for watching. We see us next time. This week is a little bit messed up with the upload times, but no problem. We will upload 2 videos anyway per week. And we see us next week, I guess. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to save, of course. Bye!